both Carl and Armel aren't going to get a refill in the bottle. We'll see. They're contesting around the next bounty runes as well. Looks like Febi's going to be a bit of a nuisance here and try and take the small camp away from Carl, although they are kind of hunting him. With this invis from Zephyr, he's going to be able to land the Light Strike Array. Now Febi's going to attempt the TP up, but look at the damage coming through. It's enough to secure first blood. Zephyr will pick it up.
It just shows the importance of being switched on at every single point in time, because if that Sand King was able to spot out that that camp that had been stacked up, this is an entirely different laning phase that we would have seen.
Let's see. Oh, top lane, KP actually might be in trouble with the Tempest double. The one charge just going to get him out of the threshold. Although the Flux, never mind. He'll still fall. Jackie is going to claim their second kill of the game. Nicely done. And now he's got a lane that's pushing it as well. So he'll do a little bit of damage towards the tower. There's already a TP coming through from Tim, so he wants to try and soak that one up. Although Whitemon in the river is going to get chased down from Armel. Let's see if he can juke through the pit. But it looks like Armel should have the damage before Roche is able to clean him up. Does he get the rune as well? It's down bot.
It's kind of been the way that TNC have been playing things a bit recently. Measured. It's a point of difference, and that's what I like to see. You know, not everyone just playing the same style of Dota all throughout the region.
Might have another kill though with Carl dropping the coil, and now with the rotations, so just brings down KP with ease. Very nice. Now here comes the push. They get that T1 tower top and linking up mid with the second catapult wave. They will keep it alive. Edict's on cooldown though, unfortunately. They've already wasted that usage. Oh, coil, unfortunately off the mark there from Carl. And you see the rotations coming through. So T1 really wanted to try and defend that tower. And might leave KUKU a bit vulnerable down bot. Rupture's able to set up. Looks like he's just got to stand his ground here. Nothing he can really do through all the AoE. KUKU will fall. Back to mid though, not done just yet. Carl, all forwards, going to be able to catch out Febi. Tim's is pretty weak as well. He's got the Rolling Thunder with the Leshrac coming over if they want to try and offer some defense here, because he's got a decent amount of mana to be able to utilize as well from Armel. Connects the Sun, Undying, so has the Tombstone to be able to drop as well if he wants to do so before the death, but it looks like he's going to end up falling. So a 1-for-1, at least with the supports dropping. You see TNC missing... Oh, actually mid. They got the coil. Radiant, they're in the area. Febi, no Hand of God, no Rolling Thunder as well in the choke point. Lesh gets one connection in the Sun. KUKU's charging up the Epi, but is unable to get the Burrow Strike on top. So just the execution there, a little bit lackluster. And now Qian's going to show up as well. A quick phase shift. Gets a little bit of health back as well, thanks to the one. Won't be able to claim that kill there, but can they continue on? However, Zephyr, this max out Dragon Slayer with the Veil, you're seeing the damage coming through from T1. It's immense right now with the magic. And they're going to be able to bring down the Bloodseeker. Very nicely done. Ease of initiation right now from TNC is very lacking, considering this Lesh hasn't picked up a Yule, so you don't really have that guaranteed setup. It's really just kind of relying on KP connecting with the Rupture and maybe Tim's, you know, getting that stun as well. So you see how awkward it is for them to be able to start. And actually Tim's, he's swashbuckling up aggressively on the high ground there. Gonna end up falling and pays the price. Is now KUKU charging up the ulti. They get the coil combined up with this Hand of God's gonna give him a little bit of health back, and now even the anti-mage showing up as well. They're able to keep Armel alive, and they're gonna try and look to turn. They haven't dealt with the Tombstone just yet. Nicely done from Carl, getting out a Waning Rift on top of 3, but he could be in trouble, and they still have this Mana Void as well. He's got a decent amount of mana to be able to utilize, so it's not gonna bring him down from 4 to 0, but Qian is gonna be able to blink forward and claim that kill. Double for the anti-mage showing up early, whereas we see still this Arc Warden continuing to farm. So they do see that the camp's being cleared, so well aware that there's a potential of the Arc Warden being nearby, but not KUKU. I mean, they've got the 8 sauce. Let's see if he's going to wrap all the way around though. KUKU, is he going to do so? Or it might get caught out here. He'll lead forward, and he's ultra dead. Nicely done. And this is kind of where we brought up before that the Yule Scepter from Armel. Dire thinking about making a play here. They're going to smoke up at that tier 2 mid and try and head to top. Qian might be in trouble here. He's going to pop the smoke. Blinking to where he's got vision at the moment. He might be in trouble. He's still got the counter spell, but he's unable to get out of the core now. They're going to be able to get straight on top of him with KUKU. And unfortunately, just playing a little bit too far pushed forward here. Let's see what TNC want to do. They're grouped up. They've got a nice ward in the lane as well. If they overstep the mark here by this outpost, they might be able to find a kill. Armel's also got the invis rune, so he's hunting.
And that aggressive blink forward was a bit surprising, to be honest. You know, the Leshrac had just TP'd out, I think.
Armel, gotta be careful. He's gonna be able to find Whitemon on this Tombstone still in the high ground. They're gonna come over. KUKU with the epi finds a kill on top of the Bloodseeker. Tim's gonna try and run forward, and it got a little bit too late. Unfortunately, Armel's still dishing out an immense amount of damage, but it looks like Carl's gonna try and clean up with the blink forward. It's gonna be all back up in a couple of seconds. No stun coming through at the moment, but it looks like TNC looking to full retreat out of this. Where's the fall control though? Zephyr's going to find it with the LSA. Febby just has to TP out. Tim's unfortunately unable to get the swashbuckle out thanks to the silence. So nicely done from T1. They kind of punish that over-aggressive double back there from TNC. Let's see if they want to try and contest this push that's coming through though. They've got the glyph to try and protect the tower here.
Smoke.
See, they don't really have too much vision in the area, unfortunately. I mean, they see KUKU at the moment, but how do you find the initiation, though? It's just going to be so awkward. Armel's going to move forward with the ATOS, but a quick blink away. Now, Zephyr's going to be the target there if Armel can get in range for the slow. They even dropped the Tombstone, because now with the wraparound, Whitemon is very far pushed up on the front line, but now Carl, beautiful coil with the stance, but where's the follow-up damage at the moment? Chen could be in trouble. The Dragon Slave, not enough. KUKU's going to miss out on the bow strike as well, now on top of the backline. Qian, they get the clumsy net, but there's no more follow-up, and now Armel's actually in trouble. Laguna Blade's going to be able to cut him down. Tim's with the Rolling Thunder, going to try and disrupt the backline. They found the Arc, this incredibly important target here. Qian, though, stunned up, beautifully done from Zephyr. Can they keep the Arc Warden alive, though? The anti-mage has to try and blink to disengage, but Carl's going to be able to follow up. He's got the blink back up pretty shortly here, but the anti-mage, can he stay alive with the magic resistance? One more waning rift into the right click. As Dire, they only lose one hero. What an incredible fight from them. And it looks like there's nothing Radiant trying to do it at the moment. They're just, you know, getting the farm still on the anti-mage, who's actually behind the puck and the Leshrac. So unfortunate for Qian, you know, really struggling at the moment to keep up.
Yeah, there's nothing that they can do. That is the Daedalus finished as well, just being delivered through to him now. So just a split pushing threat, but in team fights as well. They found KP. He's dead.
TPR, but KUKU's in range, so that's just a Bloodseeker in no man's land. And I mean, that's a nice little pick off. Meanwhile, down bot as well, they actually got the call on top of the anti-mage. Let's see, where's the follow-up? Arc Warden's going to TP in with the Tempest double, and the real one, just the crits are through the roof. Qian,
the damage.
Yeah, they do actually kill off Zephyr, but I mean the price is you lose 2 cores across the map though, and Carl is just going to be able to deal with top instantly. So this is just, I mean, what a mess across the map right now. Oh no, he doesn't. Radiant, they're coming out the base here, going to try and play through that western tree line. Do they have a ward on Febby? They got a couple. Gonna have to try and de-ward the junk, but Whitemon's already set up here. Now it drops the tomb on the high ground. Where's the fault coming through? Dire, they're beelining towards the triangle camp, and it looks like Febby is in trouble here. They'll lose the Chen. Meanwhile, I mean, bot's getting shoved in by the Tempest double, and all the lanes are in an incredibly good spot for Dire. They still got about 2 minutes 40 on the Aegis, and they're actually setting up on top for the anti-mates. They find the LSA, and now Puck's gonna TP in as well. Just look at the damage. All they need is the Lina, and the crits coming through from Jackie. This Aghanims with the Lina just shreds through him, so much damage, and that's just another pick off in the lane. I have a ward up on the high ground as well, so KUKU can jump if he wants to try and go on Febby. They even dropped the Tombstone pretty aggressively as well here, so let's see what TNC are going to be able to do. Just trying to jump on top of Febby here, who doesn't really have any help in the moment. Might honestly have to pop some of the sustain, and he will do both with the mech and the hand of God, so exactly what you want from T1 to force that out early.
Yeah, loving it from T1. They just force reactions out of their opponents time after time after time.
KUKU might find Armel here, actually. Bow strike down. Armel pops the BKB. If they can disengage him, reset the fight, because Rolling Thunder forward as well. Tim's is able to find the connection, but double the coil locks him in place, and it's just going to allow Jackie to go to work. There's no more follow-up. KUKU's actually going to try and chase for more here inside the base. He gets a Yule's control and Radiant. I mean, what can you do with the rest of the team here?
Paladin sword is nice, but meanwhile, while you're farming the jungle, your base is going away. I figured maybe he might try and start to push these waves out a little bit, give him some respite against all of the pressure coming through T1, but...
Well, you might still get it. There's not really much they can do tonight. Oh. Oh, there we go. 2 full sets of racks advantage now for the boys on Dire.
And it's only going to get worse as soon as that level 25 comes up on the Arc Warden. Honestly, you could go for either option there. Ooh, they're
setting up. They got that sentry on the high ground to the Glimmer Cape. They're still able to reveal him, so Carl drops the coil. Just this potential Puck being everywhere across the map, and Jackie joining them as well. And now they're even going to see Armel pushed up pretty far here. He's got to be careful. We'll blink up on the high ground. Still got the BKB, but KUKU's able to find the stun, and now LSA follow-up. They're just going to be able to bring him down. Doesn't get the BKB off. Not that it really would have done much afterwards. This is... I mean, they're just getting picked off at the moment, and it's really felt like the tail of the past 10 minutes here, where they found so many important pickoffs to really enable them to push down objectives. We see that Chen's going to end up falling as well. Carl just blinking so aggressively. He doesn't give a damn right now. He's got the Dagon picked up, and they're going to try and look to end this as they're inside the base. Jackie trying to deal with the last full set of racks, and I mean, anti-mage, it's time. You got to do something. This is your defense coming through. What can you provide? Armel straight on top of them. Pops the BKB. He's going to find the stun. It connects on top of the arc ward, and that's a perfect target. They're able to bring him down, but now with the coil, they're going to try and look to turn. Jackie with the damage. Epi's coming through as well. They drop the hand of gold, but is this ain't enough? It looks like the anti-mage just doesn't have the damage along with the less track. Tim's a little bit too late with the rolling thunder. And they call it quits as T1 will take game one. Incredibly well played from them.
Yeah, I mean, he finally got the Skadi towards the end of that, and that's what was the key timing for him trying to turn it around. But I think, yeah, this is the game of if Zeus dies constantly, T1 wins. If he's able to sit back and cast spells, TNC win. It's as simple as that.
Still my CS, what the hell, Febby? What are you doing? Probably just pinging him, molded. Goddamn, 1 CS. That could be the difference here. As we see the moment with the Orb of Venom on KUKU, just the slows coming out, and also with the follow-up stun. Spectre could be in trouble, and the Orb's going to be enough damage to secure first blood here. So T1 they hit once again early to be able to claim that. Spectre down.
We've got bounties. Tims is going to be able to grab one of them. He's also stacked up this camp, so maybe expecting a move from the Zeus towards the top side quite soon, so that you know, you can maybe get a kill onto the TB, start to take the tower, and in the meantime farm it up. Febby got down though.
He's going to end up falling here, and see they're continuing to try and look to pressure Qian as well. They're going to have a Chaos Bolt up in a couple of seconds here. Zeus has still got that ultimate, so they're trying to man-fight on the Spectre, but it looks like the Thunder God's Wrath, I mean, gets the kill, so Spectre will find a little bit of experience before he dies, but...
He's going to find the Royal Jelly, really nice for him.
Dire looking to pressure though. Cole's got 4 points up in the Edict. TNC, they don't want to allow this to happen though.
Yeah.
He's level 8 as well, so the damage, you know, really starting to skyrocket here for the Zeus, and now with the slow just allows him to constantly chase him down. Armor needs one more Arc Lightning to claim it, and now he's going to look for more blood as well with KUKU trying to get in top of the river, but it looks like the Zeus right now is just dishing out the deeps. They even get the Haunt just for the vision. Qian's going to be able to claim that one, and they get the vision on top of Zephyr as well with the puck. Orb is unfortunately on Kudan. He can pop the one for the Waning Rift, but they're going to have the vision thanks to the dagger, and Armel will come over. Very nice tower defense from TNC as they find 3.
You don't want to be caught in the worst position, quickly losing your HP before you're popping that supernova, so can literally be the difference with a second before you're able to get a decent Icarus dive off to a safer position. Man, that looks so stupid with the pumpkin head.
Jackie could be in trouble here. They're going to reveal the blink fall. They're even drop the supernova as well. He's got the sun. They're going to try and turn with the bat and the lightning bolt at the perfect timing to stop that one. And this is right by the bounty. Meanwhile, Tim's up top though. They're going to try and cut him off, Whitemon. Doesn't have any detection, unfortunately. There you go. And meanwhile, actually, yeah, the Ancients, they're going to be able to find Karlk here. So actually 2 cores from tier 1 dying. And meanwhile, Tim's, he's still alive at the moment. He's going to try and TP out. KUKU, there is the damage. There we go. Zephyr with the AoE. But, I mean, meanwhile, guess what happens? They kill off the Lesh, you kill off the Terrorblade. Qian's now taking some Ancients away from you.
I don't know what happened. So, sorry, he yules the Slider, and then he couldn't run through it because he was like dead in the center and there was just no path. It's crazy. I've never seen that. Just a complete block off by one hero.
Mid lane though, Tombstone job to deal with the trees straight on top of the Zeus. Armel's going to get brought down here, and you just see Dire recognizing that Radiant just used pretty much everything. I mean, Haunt down, Thunder Gods down, Supernova down as well. So like, all right, we got meta, time to go. Let's take the tier 1 tower. We feel pretty strong at the moment, and you know, they just catch out the Zeus, and now they might be able to find another hero as well. Yule sets up for that stun. They got the follow up in the Waning Rift just in case there's any dive, and now I mean they get 2 pickoffs back their favor from Dire. It's a funny thing now that Spectre is so incredibly strong with being able to take Manta with how the Desolate changed with Roshan. So they already have, you know, Corrosive Haze almost level 12, but mid lane, there we go. Karl could be in trouble here. He eats the arrow. The creeps actually didn't tank it up there.
Only 250 gold away, speaking of that Zeus from his Ag Scepter. So nice healthy timing coming through him. And probably just going to do the normal thing, opt into the 25 movement speed.
They want to take the fight. Haunt, KP, blink forward. They're going to be able to bring down KUKU. It's a decent tombstone, but look at the damage coming out. They haven't got on top of the Zeus, so RML, just with all the magical forcing them back, Whitemon's going to try and retreat away, but meanwhile, Puck still going to end up falling, and it looks like Whitemon's going to join him as well. 3 down from T1. Man, that ward from TNC on the high ground, you see just the Siren jump from the Slaughter and the Spectre there. Very nice fight.
Yeah, so remind me, when was the
mid lane?
Carl again? Oh no, he just TP'd back
Nimbus gonna get dropped here with that ultimate now revealed thanks to the Aghanims, and now he's in trouble. He just TP'd there. 2 deaths in a row now, and man, TNC, they've just been able to find a immense amount of important pickoffs so far through this game. And actually, the T1 tower when they dropped the tombstone when Dai took the objective. Yeah.
So it just feels like what we were thinking before, where it's like, well, if Armel could just sit back and cast spells like he did in that previous couple of fights, really, they're just going to win, because there's no way to deal with this effect that he's having on illusions right now. KP might be in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, they deal with the ward on the high ground. Now they're going to try and turn with the tombstone dropped as well. Slaughter will fall. Febby going to try and dive away. I mean, they got the coil if... Oh, sorry, they got the supernova they continue to chase, and they're not going to do so, though. So just unfortunately, KP getting a little bit too over-aggressive. But meanwhile, top, though, Carl might get picked off once again. He's in trouble here. No. He doesn't have any help in the left track. Uses the Yours aggressively. Where's the extra heroes coming through? Armel, can he get in range for the bolt? He can, and Carl is ultra dead here. It's just going to be an extra death. I mean, that is now 3 in a row that we're seeing this Leshrac. Whose Implore is that? The neutral item stash, and you know, you've got an item that's dropped for you and it says unknown. It's like... It's like, hello team, where is this neutral item? It's so nice. Zephyr, they catch him out. Oh, just the join at the last second, but it's not going to matter because they got the follow-up with the vision. They've dropped the Nimbus. Thunder God's Wrath as well. Now down to the southern side, KUKU trying to find Tims, but the Undying unable to really give them further control here. And now meanwhile, they're going to have to try and defend top, but Carl... Again, is this where he wants to be? Because Radiant, they're beelining it instantly to the Leshrac, and here comes this speedy Slaughter. Do they want to jump him, even walking up the high ground, though? Going to try and do so instantly with the Haunt as well, straight on top of the Leshrac. He's able to keep his life thanks to KUKU. Now with the high ground, Jackie, they're going to try and look to turn. He's got the Metamorphosis as a decent Supernova away from the western side here. They're going to be careful how far they push out of the base. Now with the cold drop, Zephyr finds 2. They still have the Aegis to be able to utilize here. KUKU's going to be able to drag back 1. Mel doesn't have too much mana to be able to continue with the fight as well. KP is going to be able to bring down the back, but he's still going to be careful as well as Jackie with the Metamorphosis trying to look to turn the Sunder. Xion needs the TP out. They got the damage coming out. Now with the dive away, Febby, can he retreat with the Sunray up in the high ground? It looks like he can, but they just punished his over-aggressive dive from TNC there. It was an interesting decision in my mind for Carl to TP up to that top tier 2 tower. Like, it ended up working out for them in the end because of, you know, like we were saying, the over-extension, but I was kind of thinking they were going wide, and they found out Zephyr. And that was a buyback as well, so 70 seconds, guaranteed he's not going to be... They find Jackie here. And they also going to see Whitemon up on the high ground eventually as well. No, Carl, not again. Top. Oh, no, Leshrac. Yule sets up. Tim's got the arrow on point here, and that's just... Another pickoff. We've seen kind of a couple games today and even yesterday, just some really important cores getting picked off in the lanes. 18 kill involvements out of 20. He's got his Octarina and his Ag Scepter. He just needs to live. Thinking about running up the high ground. Smoke's going to end up popping there. See, it looks like Dai, they're going to be able to control up the enemy's triangle camp at the moment. Roshan's going to be up in 10 seconds. Who gets the vision? They're going to blink forward. They found Carl. He's got the BKB, but it's not even going to come through in the meantime. And now TNC, they want to hunt for more with the Horn. It's going to provide the vision. Whitemon's stuck out on the river, but looks like off to the western side. Spectre, he wants the Terrorblade hunting through the tree line. Jackie, he doesn't have a TP as well for another 10 seconds here. So Xion, can he find the vision? Even KP wrapping over as well. They find the stump, but where's the rest of the team? Got to keep in mind, this Terrorblade, he's got this BKB and Metamorphosis and the Sunder, but it looks like it's just going to be too difficult with the arrow finds the connection thanks to the bash. And Dire, they lose 3 and they don't find anything. A 12% win probability, and when it updates, it's going to swing into the single digits. And now Spectre's most likely going to have this Aegis coming through for him. So 2 lives for him, he can play even more ballsy than before.
ages. Oh my god, he got the cheese. It was so close. I'm like, you're gonna pick it up, but he was just baiting. He was just baiting. Wanted an extra kill. Knew he was gonna have the quicker fingers once the puck blinked forward.
I think Armel, they need to go for Armel. He should be the main target. There we go. The pings come out immediately as soon as he's revealed. And for once, he's going to be out of position. Oh no, he gets away just in time. The benefit of that blink dagger that he
and now
just
in the river.
up.
Well, they find the puck. And now with the Thunder Gods, they get extra vision as well. Whitemon revealed up. Jackie's in the area. Puck can buy back, but they don't have the outpost control. Qian on the high gun's going to try and deal with the Tombstone. So Rift will delay it. And then with the Phantasm coming out as well, you got to be careful because Spectre's stuck up here at the moment. They're going to try and get the Haunted drawn down. Ultimate's going to cast out here from the Supernova, but can they actually deal with the car's going to move forward with the BKB, but the damage, where's it coming through at the moment? Supernova's going to end up popping. Spectre is trying to go to work on top of the back here, but KP's falling incredibly low. Pops the cheese. Meanwhile, Qian as well. Tombstone's still going to work here. They haven't dealt with it so far, but it's not going to matter. It's T1. They lose 3. Finally, the BKB is going to get popped. Jackie's going to try and turn. He's got the Sunder to be able to utilize. He gets it off, but it looks like Qian doesn't matter. He's still got this extra life, and Jackie, the last survivor. The damage, unfortunately, just not there as TNC. They don't lose anyone. They don't even lose the Ages as well. Yeah, and this is the big thing that we were questioning is if they're going to be able to find the Zeus. I mean, you've got the blink on the Chaos Knight, the blink on the Puck, but, you know, Puck hasn't really been able to find the coil with, like, the follow-up damage from the Terrorblade. And KUKU blinks forward with counter from KP. He's going to be able to find the Chaos Knight and just the damage on top of the back. Armel's even got an Arcane Rune as well, so just too much for T1 to be able to deal with. They don't have buybacks at the moment. Okay, it's not the fastest pushing lineup, but at least with multiple heroes down from Dire, it's going to make it a lot easier as they get a full set of racks mid. They're going to try and claim some more objectives at the top side of the map.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Oh, they've even caught out Zephyr again.
Oh,
inside
no.
the Nimbus too.
Just the arrows from Tim's, another blink forward straight on top of the Undying. I mean, Jackie doesn't have the meta, and it looks like just the heroes getting picked off before the Terrorblade feels comfortable with maybe even fighting. And, you know, KP hunting, Tim's has been setting up. He's got a blink yours, just easy to get the arrow. And TNC, they're looking really good right now.
And you can take the player out of the pub, but you can't take the pub out of the player. Screw the BKB, I've gone a refresher orb, says this.
Oh, KUKU. They do get the vision though. Qian, he's going to be able to have a cancel with the Abyssal Blade. He doesn't even need a pop, but he just gets a nice little bash there. And they even see where the rest of T1 are playing at the moment. So it looks like Tim's going to try and come forward. They've even got KP in the mid lane as well. If Tim's, I mean, there's no detection at the moment with the sentry job, so they're just running into Carl with the heals, but now sets up for the rotations. Nice timing with the arrow. Carl just pays the price. We haven't felt the impact with the Lesh so far, and KP even finds another. Whitemon's going to get caught out. I mean, this has just been a game where it's just, you know, they're continuing to stay in it, even though it's 25,000 net worth lead.
I would have said before it was like a 99% win probability. Just from my perspective, it's now 100%. KP's got his Ag Scepter, he's got that extra 12 armor, he's got the status resistance, so he can actually stand in on the front lines against this TB man fight. He could probably honestly solo kill him.
Oh, Armel can get in range for the ball. This is F. Where Dire are literally just trying to split push out the map. They're just hoping whatever they can do, unfortunately. They got the vision on the Puck, so okay, they're going to get rid of it thanks to the help of the Chaos Knight. But it looks like still, I mean, he's in absolute no man's land. Let's just see how much space he can kind of make. Well, that bash is going to be his demise. And meanwhile, mid lane, Tim's point blank arrow is going to find KUKU, who doesn't have any help as well. And this Chaos Knight's just going to get chased down. They got the dagger for the slow, and Armel with the follow-up. I mean, the Zeus godlike spree. He's just had such an incredible game where Dire haven't been able to get on top of him.
You're just a single, like, you're a right clicker. You don't have any serious lane pushing potential. Whenever Carl's tried to do it, he just dies. Yeah,
I mean, 10 deaths. He's 0, 10, and 2. This has been quite the rough game, and
he's probably about to die again.
He's just gonna die again. You can't show like that. Yeah, I mean, it has to be someone like the Puck or the Chaos Knight trying to deal with it with the illusions. And now Qian's also going to be able to find the Terrorblade.
They're hunting.
So now, but the Abyssal Blade is going to try and drop the BKB in turn with the Sunder, but KP on top of the back. They got the bash and Dire. They're not in range to really protect the Terrorblade at the moment. Still BKB lasting a little bit longer just with the duration, but they're going to be able to chase him down now inside the base. Tim's goes forward. They don't have buybacks on the two cores, so there's no opportunity for T1 to be able to turn it on the high gun. And finally, they're going to call it quits as we'll have a tied series here between TNC and T1 for our first series of the day.
dominant. As dominant as T1 were in that first game. You know, it just felt like with the R Quadrant in game 1, they were able to execute exactly the strategy that they wanted.